The changes I've made to improve inclusivity in MN 3026. Whilst course ratings and formal feedback rates are high, 4.9 this year, I'd often wondered what I could do to improve the situation, especially for international students who I felt could be left behind. That's about 12% of the cohort, or 15 to 16 students. My feeling was triggered by the overproportionate amount of emails and requests for individual supplementary meetings from international students compared to home students. At first I was nervous about introducing any pedagogic change, being new to teaching, but I persevered. I became aware learning styles differ within my app group, and my approach has evolved through trial and refine approach. To illustrate my points and show clearly how I've incorporated changes in my teaching to promote higher levels of inclusivity, I offer the following notes. When I began teaching, I assumed that international students fully understood my pitch, pace and words during lectures or labs. Also, I took it as read that international students could take in slides, concepts and written presentation in the same way as native English speakers. I also wasn't aware of the different ways students like to address and interact with their instructor. For reasons of pressage, that is what they have been used to. And finally, I struggled to reconcile how to score project work and papers where the standard of English was vastly different, but the output comparable. What I've learned through practice and my PG cert in addressing these points, I now speak more clearly. I adjust my speaking pace and tone during delivery, where I can use simple words that I feel all students will understand. As well as preloading slides and materials to Blackboard as per uni policy, I now try them simpler. When I feel I have key points, I take my time more and write concepts on boards, restating the nature and importance of the points I want to make. This applies especially to the learning outcomes. I've also increased the range of sources and examples I use in my teaching, so that key points can resonate with as many students as possible. When I interact with students, I respect the fact they like to address me in different ways. These range from Dr. Paul or Mr. Teacher to Dear Davis. Initially I found this almost comical, however I now understand more about international students who use titles. They prefer formal, structured methods of addressing me. During personal interaction, international students ask to see me more than non-international students. I understand better the use of eye contact and silence. This can show approval or disapproval in different cultures. During assessment, I try to score ideas as well as language. During feedback, I tend to meet more with international students. They display more of an appreciation for the differences between low and high context communication. Students from different cultures may place different values on written detail versus personal communication. In general, I have also improved and increased my use of open discussion during instruction, and I allow students to ask more questions. This has allowed me to test understanding as I teach, through active listening, for example, and I'll continue my practice of placing international students in groups for labs. Furthermore, I rotate the members of working groups so that I can see social learning occurring, especially important in groups where varying commands of English are present. Group rotation can assist in breaking down language barriers during instruction or practical work, reinforcing social bonds and making everyone feel more comfortable.